We imagine pressure as something that breaks things, a force that crushes, collapses, ends structure. At the bottom of the ocean, pressure does not threaten life. It defines it. There are places on Earth where physics turns hostile, where the weight of the ocean stacks kilometre upon kilometre above living flesh, where every square centimetre is pressed by hundreds of tons of force, where a human body would fail instantly, not from lack of air, but from the sheer insistence of matter itself. And yet, something lives there, not barely, not temporarily. Life has adapted so completely to this crushing reality that removing the pressure would kill it. Down there, bones dissolve, proteins warp, cell membranes behave like alien materials. Chemistry rewrites itself under force so extreme it bends the rules we take for granted. The deep sea is not a harsh environment. It is an inhuman one, a place where evolution did not optimize for comfort or efficiency, but for survival against physics itself. Life learned not to resist pressure, but to surrender to it. To understand why deep-sea creatures look monstrous or unreal, we must confront a darker truth. They are not deformed. They are correctly shaped for a universe that wants to crush everything flat. Pressure at the surface feels temporary, something we endure and escape. But below 1 kilometre, pressure stops feeling gradual. It becomes absolute. Every metre adds weight that never releases. In the deepest trenches, pressure exceeds 1,000 atmospheres. The weight of a freight train pressing down on an area the size of a postage stamp. No human structure survives there, unreinforced. Metal buckles, glass implodes, molecular bonds fail. And yet, living cells persist. This is the first horror of the deep sea. Pressure does not merely challenge life. It defines the rules under which life is allowed to exist. At these depths, pressure alters chemistry itself. Proteins lose shape, enzymes should fail, metabolism should stop. At the surface, it would. In the abyss, life adapts by abandoning rigidity. Proteins become flexible. Cell membranes alter their fats to remain fluid. What looks like weakness is resilience. Surrender instead of resistance. Even DNA is affected. High pressure disrupts repair and replication. Life responds by slowing down. Growth takes decades. Movement becomes economical. Time stretches. These organisms are not built to endure pressure briefly. They are built assuming it will never leave. Remove the pressure and many die. Their chemistry collapses. What saved them below becomes lethal above. The surface world is toxic to them. The deep sea is not extreme. It is a different physical regime. Life did not conquer pressure. It accepted it as law. But pressure is only the beginning. Because in the deep ocean, crushing force is paired with something even more disturbing. A world without light, seasons, or reliable energy. Below 1,000 meters, sunlight is gone forever. No dawn, no dusk, no cycle to anchor behavior. Energy from photosynthesis vanishes, and yet the abyss is not empty. Here, evolution faced an impossible problem: how to survive where the primary source of energy does not exist. The solution was not innovation, it was austerity. Food does not grow. It falls more slowly, as a thin rain of dead plankton and organic debris. By the time it arrives, it carries little usable energy. Meals are unpredictable, weeks, months, sometimes years apart. To survive, metabolism becomes the enemy. Muscles shrink, movement slows, hearts beat infrequently. Some animals survive on energy levels that would be fatal at the surface. Time loses urgency. Growth is slow. Reproduction is rare. Lifespans stretch not because life thrives, but because dying quickly would be wasteful. In darkness, vision becomes optional. Eyes shrink or vanish. Maintaining sight costs energy the deep sea cannot spare. Instead, life senses vibration, pressure, chemistry. The ocean becomes a medium of whispers rather than images. And then there is bioluminescence. In a world without sunlight, some organisms become their own stars. Not to illuminate, but to manipulate, to lure prey, signal mates, confuse predators. Every photon is calculated. Nothing glows without reason. Some ecosystems escape starvation entirely by abandoning the surface. At hydrothermal vents, bacteria convert toxic chemicals into energy. Life feeds on poison, heat, and pressure rising from the planet itself. What emerges is not abundance, but persistence. The deep sea does not reward excess. It punishes it. And scarcity reshapes more than bodies. It reshapes evolution itself. The abyss is vast beyond intuition. Life exists in isolated pockets, separated by enormous volumes of empty water. For many species, encountering another of their own kind is not rare. It is statistically unlikely. Evolution responds with extremity. Some species become hermaphrodites. Any encounter becomes viable. Others abandon individuality entirely. In some anglerfish, males fuse permanently to females, dissolving into reproductive organs. This is not parasitism, it is integration. Predators cannot chase prey. They wait, motionless, sometimes for days, sometimes longer. Bodies become traps, jaws unhinge, stomachs stretch. Missing a meal is not inconvenience, it is death. Some lineages grow massive to endure long starvation. Others shrink to reduce energy demands. Both strategies work. Both feel wrong. The deep sea produces forms that look unfinished to surface eyes. Translucent skin, exposed organs, distorted faces. But these are not mistakes. They are solutions. Evolution here is not about improvement. It is about tolerance. Tolerance of pressure. Tolerance of scarcity. Tolerance of isolation. Extinction becomes normal. Entire lineages vanish simply because encounters fail to occur often enough. The deep sea is not a battlefield. It is a sieve. And this leads to the final realization. Evolution does not care whether life is beautiful, efficient, or recognizable. It cares only whether it persists. Under pressure, darkness, and scarcity, strength becomes liability. Bones thin. Bodies soften. Flexibility replaces solidity. Faces distort. Symmetry loses meaning. These forms are not grotesque by accident. They are logical. Each distortion is a response. Each absence is a calculation. Life does not converge on meaning. It converges on compatibility. The deep sea is not an anomaly. It is a reminder. Pressure, darkness, scarcity, and isolation are not rare in the universe. They are the rule. The deep ocean is where those cosmic conditions leak into Earth, and life adapted. This is the final horror. Life does not evolve toward comfort or safety. It evolves toward whatever reality enforces. If survival demands softness, blindness, patience, or surrender, life complies. There is no direction, no promise, no memory of what life used to be. The abyss shows us what happens when physics dominates biology completely. Life does not disappear. It changes until we no longer recognize it or ourselves in what remains.